Welcome to CST release question number 8 for Algebra 2. It says which system of linear inequalities is represented by this graph. So I notice these are both solid lines. If I noticed any strictly greater than or strictly less than symbols down here, I could eliminate those. I don't though, so I can't eliminate those. But we do have stuff shaded below this line and things shaded above this line. So we've got one that should be greater than or equal to in terms of a slope-intercept form, one that should be less than or equal to. So there might be some shifting of things around here. It doesn't look like they're all listed in slope-intercept form. So this one I'm going to tackle first by figuring out the equation to both lines and then figuring out which way I'm shading for both lines. So let's start out with this line right here. I'm going to call this the red line. I want to use red to start. Okay, so the red line first. Let's take a look at this one. What's the y-intercept? It's right there at -2. So the y-intercept is -2. What's the slope of that? It looks like I have that point right there, and looks like I'm just going up one, right one, up one, right one, getting a new point every time. So that's just 1 over 1, which is 1. So I'm going to use this as my slope. This is my y-intercept. If I put that together, I have y. And then I'll wait for the sign or the symbol for a moment, but I have this, and then I have 1x minus 2. Now we're talking about stuff that's shaded below that line. That's the only way that this could be in the solution set. And then for this one, I'll do this other one in green. It looks like we're shading above that line. And then where they come together is this gray portion right here. That's what would be in the solution set. But let's finish the red one here. So we're talking about stuff below that line. So we're talking about things where y is less than or equal to 1x minus 2, which we can simplify. Without the 1, it would just be x minus 2. So this may be the way our inequality is written here. I see that here and here. If we added 2 to both sides, or if we subtracted x another way and changed the minus signs around by dividing or multiplying everything by -1, that could change the way the inequality looks. So it could actually look like one of these potentially, but we'll get there. We'll check the green one first and see if we need to change the equation around by adding or subtracting anything, or dividing or multiplying by anything first. So let's now focus our attention on this line right here. So what's the y-intercept right there? Looks like it's right there at +3. The y-intercept equals 3. And what's the slope for this one? Looks like I have a point right there. I'm going down to right 1. Looks like that's right on the crosshairs. Down to right 1. That pattern continues. So the slope to me looks like it's -2 over 1, which would be the same thing as -2. So putting these two things together, we've got y, and we're talking about things that are greater than, above that line, thinking of it as a roof kind of. So greater than or equal to, and we have -2 for the slope, -2x then plus 3. And let's see if any of those match up with what we have directly. So this one, it's here, but I have 1/2 x plus 3. It's not going to be that one. Here I have +2x plus 3, so it's not going to be that one. So we are going to have to change these equations around a little bit, it looks like. Let's see what I could do first. So it looks like I've got the x's and y's together on one side, the constant term on the other side. It looks more like a standard form of the equation right there. So if I add 2x to both sides, here I'd have 2x plus y is greater than or equal to +3. So it looks like this one is going to be the one that's going to hold fast, be the correct answer. But let's just check this and see that that works out in the same way. So if I subtract x from both sides, I'd have, with the x first, -x plus y is less than or equal to -2. But notice my number here and here, they're positive, so I should divide everything by -1. Dividing by a negative flips the sign right here. I would have +x minus y would be greater than or equal to 2. So this one and this one, that's what I'm really looking for here and here. Which one matches up with that exactly like we thought it would be? Choice D. We thought this one wasn't going to work because we had a -y, and in fact that was the case. And so choice D is the correct choice for number 8.